Welcome back, subscribers. Oh, geesh. How could it be? You're delusional, institutional. Okay, let me tell you guys. Nobody spit in my face. I don't know where I was going with that song, but I don't know. I was just basically picturing a relationship where this person has put up with so much, one person in a relationship, and the other person's been cheating and doing all this stuff. And then for them to have the audacity and the nerves to be the other person getting mad because they've done all the dirt and they decide after being confronted to walk up to that person's face and spit. And basically on that song, I basically was just indicating that person kicked some ass too. Ain't nobody fixing to let you walk up and spit in their face. Right, ladies and gentlemen? It's exactly what the narcissists will do. They'll disrespect you and they will continuously disrespect you, especially in the discard phase. That's what that song is like. It reminds me of a discard phase. And the person is caught up with all of the narcissist's antics. And the narcissist decides to go up and spit in that person's face. Let me tell you guys something. That'll never happen to me. Because the second that they spit in my face, they will never walk on God's green earth ever again. But this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. This is what the narcissist will pull. You put up with so many manipulations and so much abuse, and now it's towards the discard phase. And they're like, now that you're at your lowest, like I told you guys, the narcissists love to wait until you get to your absolute lowest. Excuse me, I done bit my damn tongue. It made me so upset. Moment. The narcissist love till you get to your absolute lowest moment to kick you when you down. And that's exactly something that the narcissist will do. Walk up to a person that they've cheated on and degraded and just spit right in their goddamn face. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all something. Y'all ain't gonna never let that happen, right? Because y'all know goddamn well Avius ain't. Well, I want to tell you guys, welcome new subscribers. I'm so glad that you guys made it to my channel. Welcome, you're here now. So you actually discovered Pandora's box. Open it and enjoy. Because we got a lot of shit for you guys this year alone. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about was something that occurred with me. This isn't the first time this has occurred. I've experienced it at least 2 or 3 times. Excuse me, I bit my tongue. Hold on. Oh my gosh, now it's going to be... You know how when you bite your tongue and it turns into one of those little bumps that get sore and it has to heal over the span of like 2 or 3 days? I'm praying that doesn't happen to me because that seems like it's what it's going to be given. And I hate it. But anyways, you guys, let me tell you. And y'all know when because I have that sixth sense. When it's repetition, when it's repetitiveness, y'all know that automatically Avius alert goes off. Ding, ding, ding. We've scored another point one up on a narcissist, okay? Now, what I want to talk about in this video, ladies and gentlemen, is dreams, okay? And I told you guys in previous videos, but we're going to get a little bit more deeper into the topic in this video. Okay. When you're next to a narcissist, when you sleep next to a narcissist, okay? When you go to sleep, you will experience a lot of sleep paralysis. You will experience a lot of on the edge. You're waking up, tossing and turning, and a lot of sleep paralysis where you're trying to wake up, but you can't wake up. The reason why, ladies and gentlemen, because your spirit can sense that evil presence that's next to it, okay? And like I told you guys, this is spiritual warfare, okay? So when you are asleep, and the narcissist is asleep, and you guys are asleep next to each other, those spirits are battling each other, the fight between good and evil, okay? And you guys are telepathically, telepathy, or however you say that word, you guys are absorbing that. So you're basically they're battling with them. Your spirit is fighting, saying, get me away from this person. They're not good. They're evil. They're toxic. Get me away. But it's not something that's discussed in reality. You get what I'm saying? Because you guys are asleep. So it's spiritual warfare going on, and that devil's trying to get you. I've experienced this with the first narc. I told you guys, I went to sleep. Okay. I was laying between their legs. We were on the bed. We were just chilling. And I fell asleep between their legs. And how you just fall asleep between the person that you're dating legs. Like, we're in the bed. We're not naked or anything. We're just laying down. And I fall asleep between their legs. And all of a sudden, it was as if it was sleep paralysis kicked in, and it was like, wake up, Avis, wake up, wake up. This person's evil. Go, go, run, run, run. Okay. So all of a sudden, I'm trying to wake up. I'm tossing, I'm turning, like, I'm trying to wake up. Do you know, now you guys have experienced sleep paralysis. You can kind of almost witness the events that are occurring on the outside while you're asleep. Seriously. You ever went to sleep and you could see everything in the room? You ever went to sleep and it's as if you were up, but you're asleep and you're asleep. Okay. I knew I was trying to wake up, but I was asleep. And it's as if I could see everything in the room. It was so weird, but sleep paralysis is like that. I'm serious. You guys don't believe me? Google it. And let me tell you, what I could witness and see is the narcissist was like looking at me like, what's wrong, babe? And then they backed up like this, like they backed up as if to say, I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know what's wrong with you. But whatever it is, oh well. And finally I woke up and I was like, oh my God, I was having a night. Why didn't you wake me up? I said this to the narc. And they beat me, get mad. You know how they do, ladies and gentlemen. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? When they knew what I was talking about all along, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you guys, I'm not lying to you, okay? Sleep next to him and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay. Not too long ago, I experienced this again. Went over to someone's house, went to sleep next to them, and, watching a specific movie, but we're going to talk about that movie. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys, it's something about this movie. I'm going to tell you guys about this movie, okay? You guys might want to watch it. Okay, so we're watching that movie, and all of a sudden I fall asleep, and I wake up because I'm sleeping so well, and I tell him, oh my gosh, I'm very comfortable. I've never slept like this before. And then all of a sudden, I go back to sleep, and this happened recently, a few days ago. And all of a sudden, I go back to sleep, and this person's, snoring. They snore. But it was as if the snoring was so loud to the point where it was almost as if it was a roar. Like, look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not lying to you. It was as if then, now mind you, I'm dreaming, right? But I can still, you can hear subconsciously, you can hear someone snoring. And ladies and gentlemen, do you know it's as if they were starting to speak to my thoughts? Ladies and gentlemen, the snoring was being absorbed into my soul. Not just that, it was as if they were using telepathy. They were using something, a magic, and they were talking to my thoughts. Every time I would have a thought, because it's 1,000,001 thoughts that run through our mind when we're asleep. Every time I would have a thought, they would respond to it. And I would think about work, and they were like, yeah, this and that, da 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 da. And I would think about this, da 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 da. And this and this and da 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 da. It was just aggressiveness, as if they were trying to answer everything I had questions to when it came down to every thought that I had. And finally, I was like, I got to, your body goes into fight or flight mode, right? So I knew subconsciously that I was going to wake up and leave. And I started thinking that in my thoughts while I'm asleep. And ladies and gentlemen, do you know it's as if that spirit or whatever was coming from them was talking to me saying, oh, okay, so this is how you're going to do. You're going to leave. Well, you got to wake up first. And all of a sudden, I just went to tossing and turning like this, like, wake up, Avis, wake up, wake up. You got to get away from here. Wake up, wake up. You're in evil presence. You got to go. You got to go. And finally, after just fighting, because if you notice something with sleep paralysis, it'll keep you like, it's like you be trying to wake up, but you still just you want to go back deeper into sleep, and you just trying to wake up, and every little effort that you take to try to wake up, it pulls you back deeper into the sleep. Finally, I woke up, and it was just like a deep breath. Everything was silent in the room. That person was laying next to me. It was peace. As if nothing was going on the whole time. Let me tell y'all how tricky the devil is. So I finally said that person's name and told them that I was getting ready to leave. And they were like, okay. And I told them, I said, yeah, because I'm just really tired. The reason why I'm leaving, because I'm just tired. My body's tired. And their response was, no, it's not that. Why would they say, no, it's not that? Why would they? And I didn't waste no time trying to figure out. I didn't try to figure out what they meant by it because I was ready to go. I'm easing my head out of the lion's mouth. So next thing you know, they got up. I was like, all right. And we got up and I was walking towards the door and I'm thinking in my head, because you want to you about to panic. You like, oh, I got to get away. I got to get the fuck out of here. I walked to the door. I walked out. And it was weird. The weather had changed and it was like I was trying to leave, but it's almost like you want to just take off running once you get out the door. But I continued to walk on. And it was just, I was just in deep thought. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of times this be God sending you messages that you're in trouble. Okay? When you're around people that are not who you think they are. It's like being Little Red Riding Hood, going to see your grandmother and climbing in bed with her after having cookies and milk and going to sleep, and it's a wolf. You get what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? Like, you guys have to pay attention to every little sign, every little thing that matters. See, the reason why we went through so much throughout our whole entire life, and this would happen and that way, because we never would pay attention to the smallest subtle sign. You have to pay attention to everything. Everything counts. See, the narcissist is so petty. They know that every single thing that they do counts. But they know that long as they get someone that's just going to keep their eyes closed and just let everything that the narcissist say and do fly over their head, they're good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to be careful. Now, that movie I was going to tell you about is called The Bye Bye Man. This movie is about basically it's an entity that's doing this. It's almost like a demonic force, but it's almost like death, like a grim reaper. But it's this guy that whenever you say his name or think about him or this and that, such and such happens. Like a car will get in a car accident and then the people that got into a car accident with this other car will be dead. And everybody will assess the scene and go to the accident and think that, oh man, it was just a freak accident. It was a natural occurrence. This happened, but it's unfortunate, but it sucks. But they don't know that the Bye Bye Man is behind this. Okay, it's almost like Final Destination, but the reason why it's happening is because of this entity, ladies and gentlemen. Really creepy movie. And what's weird about it is my ex looked identical to the Bye Bye Man. I didn't realize it until I was on the phone not too long ago with someone, and we were talking about just physical characteristics of exes, and that one was brought up, and they went to describing the way this person looked, and it looked identical to the Bye Bye Man, ladies and gentlemen. The movie is really good. I seen it one time and it creeped me the hell. I was just like, this is scary. It's scary, you know. But ladies and gentlemen, you have to real deal like just be careful and be aware and be hyper vigilant of your surroundings because it's just you just people aren't always the people that you think that they are. Okay. Um I recently put a video on my YouTube channel. You know, I try to keep you guys updated because you guys are going to be traveling with me, okay? So I hope you guys are ready for adventure. I'm a Sagittarius and I have a lot of adventure to give. And I always be on the go and I decided to take my YouTube subscribers with me, okay? Um so you guys will be experiencing a lot. But recently I went to this beer tasting thing that a friend invited me to. And it was cool. Like you taste beer and drink it and you get paid for it. They just want to know your feedback on it. And it was really cool. And shout out and salute to that friend that, you know, invited me to that event. But I was trying to get more video footage, but I could only get like a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I could have probably got more, but I just didn't want to have the camera in everybody's face. You guys gotta remember, whenever I have the camera and whatever you guys see, I'm actually holding my camera up, showing, you know, recording that in front of those people. So I try to do the best I can, but I want to take you guys with me everywhere. Like when I can, every step of the way. So you guys will get a little bit more insight on what goes on in my life and how it goes on. So you guys will see what goes on, you know? Um I'm just trying to give you guys updates. Remember remember, um, weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Okay, so everything that happened yesterday, today you always have a chance to make it a little bit more better. You get what I'm saying? You always have a chance, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell y'all something. Things might not be going the way you absolutely want it to go, but if you change your frequency and you change your thought process, all you have to do is just shift it towards what you're going to do to make it better. That's it, okay? Because a lot of people will tell you in the law of attraction to say, oh, you just got to think good thoughts. That's true, but you got to shift. You got to create a escape. Once you create an escape out of a situation, whatever it is, whether it's financial problems, whether it's relationship problems, whether it's health problems, once you create that outlet and you continue to follow it, ladies and gentlemen, it becomes so blissful because every single day gets better. Okay? It's just like if I smoke and smoke and smoke and just continue to smoke, what happens? My lungs get worse and worse and worse and worse. Gradually over time, it gets really, really bad. It's just the same way with good, ladies and gentlemen. If you continue to put little seeds of good and faith and stuff, it will grow and manifest into mountains. That's why I think, is it in the Bible when it say if you sow a seed the size of a mustard seed, you'll get reap mountains or something like that? It really is true, ladies and gentlemen. You have to start dismissing the bad, and hard as it is, spiritual battle, but you have to dismiss the bad and go towards, try to direct yourself towards good. Okay, there's going to be a lot of temptations. The narcissists are, let me tell you something, they are on full throttle, okay? And they're ready. You don't know when you going to meet them. You could just be going to the library. All of a sudden, you meet some nice guy and he's like, oh, let's exchange phone numbers. And you think he's amazing and it's a narcissist, okay? You guys could be going to the doctor to get a checkup and you meet a nurse or a doctor and you like people that got, you know, that wears a title. And then all of a sudden, you guys start talking on social media. Then it leads from social media, it leads to phone calls. You don't realize how crazy people the fuck is, really. Seriously. It's like 28, what is it called? 50 Shades of Grey? She didn't know what she was getting into. She was, you know, talking to the guy, and before you know it, it turned into dinners, and now she's at his house and they having sex, and it's crazy abusive sex. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, these narcissists will let you into their world and make you feel like it's okay when they're ready. When they feel like they got you hooked, that's when they're going to bring out the monster, okay? But as long as you keep your radars going and you stay on alert, they're gonna be like, now's not the right time. Now it's not the right time. They're too cautious. They're watching everything. But as soon as you let your guard down, they're like, okay, now I can reveal who I really am. You get what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? This is what these people operate off of. The narcissists. Petty and pathetic individuals, and so insecure. So insecure, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I don't ever let narcissists make you guys feel like you're less than. Because these people, you got to understand, they are so insecure, seriously. You got to watch them. They look at their pictures 1,000 times in their phone because they know they ugly as hell. You get what I'm saying? Like, it be stuff like that, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what's so weird? Some of the narcissists can be attractive, and they still feel so horrible about themselves. See, this how you know you can't fix a person. Whenever you see a person is visually attractive and they are so broken in the inside, you have to run away from people like this, ladies and gentlemen. You have to run away. There is no fixing it. There ain't no, well, let's give it a day or two, and let's give it a week or a month, and 5 years later. Excuse me, I'm full from that Burger King from earlier. I don't know why I keep eating that shit. I done started an exercise plan because, baby, we can't get fat. But let me tell you guys something. Yes, you guys got to continue to press on. You cannot show remorse not one time. You just have to continue to press on. You can't give them. See, the narcissists, they know if they put out some bait, somebody's bound to come and take it. Okay? So you have to every single time assess the situation every single time. Don't let your guard down every single time. Don't get hooked. Do not get hooked. That is the key. Don't get hooked. The narcissist knows that sex will make you get hooked. Do not get hooked. When you sleep with someone, first off, make sure they're clean. But if you sleep with someone, hey, you better take that cooter or take that ding ding and go. Okay? You know, and see, here's the thing. You make yourself more vulnerable the more you take it. Because a lot of people be like, well, I already know. I'm just going to take this and continue to go. But you continue to take it over and over and over. And let me tell you something. You don't realize, but every time you sleep with someone, you create a soul tie. And what happens is your guard continuously starts to come down. Because you guys got to remember, God made everything that God made beautiful. The devil tries to ruin it. You get what I'm saying? God made sex for families to connect and love and the nurturing and all that stuff. And the devil's like, no, I'm going to use this as bait to lure in somebody that I can emotionally abuse. You get what I'm saying? That's these narcissist perspective. So what happened is you're letting your guard down because now you done slick like fell in love. You don't realize it, but you have. And the narcissist, they feel like, oh, I got you hooked. A narcissist tried this with me. They tried it with me. And oh my God, it was a slap in their face because I knew how not to let my guard down. I knew how to look, it's only giving this and bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys just have to be careful. And I'm not saying go out and sleep with a narcissist, but I'm just saying be careful because they wait good until you hook, line, and sinker. And they think like, okay, now they're hooked. They hooked to me. Because ladies and gentlemen, no matter what you say, it's about addictions in this world. And once your mind get addicted to something, it's hard to let go. It becomes a stronghold. The narcissist is a stronghold. They know what they become. Once you have been around them and fed them so much of your energy and you let your guard down and all of a sudden they're like, okay, now I got you where I want you. And that stronghold be hard to let go. And that's why the narcissists feel like, okay, I got your brain. I got your mind. Now I can play my deck of cards the way I want to. Because any little time that you make me upset or you make me angry or you make me mad, I'm going to pull myself away from you. And you don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want to be separated. You don't want to be you have what you call it. I remember the ex-narc used to say this to me like abandonment issues. I was like, I didn't even know what the hell that was. I was like, abandonment. Well, because they were doing what they were going to do is try to make me fall in love with them. And then every time the relationship goes sour because of them, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna, you don't want to back out because you feel like you love them. That's what they try to do. It's a continuous cycle of the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. It's a domino effect. They try to keep you going like that, and it's just, it's crazy. It's a chain reaction. Like to get you to, they dangle the carrot on the treadmill. You're the rabbit, and you think you're going to get it, but every time you think you're going to get it, they max out the speed on a treadmill, and you can never run far enough to get it. You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? And this is the key to keeping those narcissists at bay and staying away from them. Don't get hooked. Don't get hooked. Okay? Don't get hooked. Because see, once you get hooked, it's hard for your mind to say, oh my gosh, I'm just going to do without this. I don't want, because you start to think of all this. You start to think of the facade that the narcissists have put on. You start to think, oh my gosh, but I'm going to miss out on those hugs. Oh my gosh, I'm going to miss out on those, the way they loved me and the way they went down on me and the way they had sex with me and the way we used to go here and there and eat this and eat. I'm telling you guys, I will see you guys in more videos. I love each and every last one of you guys. I'm out for today. Y'all have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.